Okay, good morning, everyone. How are you? How is everything? Finally, we got the Zoom session. The problem is that we had problems with the recording. Okay, and we um, we did it on the phone. So right now we will do the last 15 minutes on the Zoom session. Okay, great. Um, so let's see if anyone can comment. Okay, so basically today what we talked about is from the article on Egypt Today about the divorce rates in Egypt. We did a review in the beginning for what we talked about last session about family unit and the family cultures past and present. It's basically so right now we will I'm gonna share and wait for Asma and Nuran. They were here today. It was great. The session we discussed about divorce in Egypt, and so I'm waiting until they come in. Okay. Um, so let us right now, let's right now share the article that we talked about. Okay, so the article is from Egypt Today, and it's the article is on in one of your assignments. So make sure you read it if you did not. It's a nice source if you want to use it for your essay, besides other sources that you can use. Um, and we will try to share it right now. So basically, it talks about the divorce rates in Egypt, and it talks about the different aspects of divorce in Egypt. So one of them is that divorce is a big problem, and for whatever reason there is, it's a huge problem. So this is important. Let's see. Okay. We were talking about the different rates, okay, of divorce rate. So here, obviously, it shows that the divorce rate in February report, okay, it was stated that divorce rates increased by 6.5%. Okay, so because it increased by 6.5% from December 2016 to December 2017, obviously that's a big rate. Okay, the number of divorce forms issued in December 2017 were 14,000 compared to 13,000 during the same month of 2016. Okay, so do you see in 1 year it increased 6.5%? Obviously, until today it's much more. Okay, but um, there may be also what we talked about before about overpopulation. It may be also a factor. So we talked before a while about the different factors of why it can be in Egypt. Some people believe it's arranged marriages. Others believe it's stress, life stress, economic reasons, and also obviously the emotional part of the marriage. Okay, so emotional stress, life stress, economic reasons, and also there is the arranged marriages. What we talked about before, also you can incorporate if you want overpopulation in the sense of that can indirectly, right? But obviously it's not a direct cause, but there is overpopulation issue in Egypt, and that's also important to keep in mind. So maybe it's a kind of factor that increases in the sense of maybe they have too many children, maybe obviously indirectly the um, the situation in Egypt is not that great in work, unemployment. Maybe because of overpopulation, they have unemployment, and so that adds up to the divorce. Okay, um, so this is keep it in mind. Okay, okay. We said that woman is an issue in divorce in Egypt because the law is not with the woman; it's usually the weaker part. So here you find that they're talking about something really important. Um, it's about women. Okay, the situation of women in Egypt. So let's concentrate on this one. Additionally, social defaming of women and girls is not limited to divorced women. Okay. So obviously there is social defaming, which means that in the society they put down women in different ways. Okay, unfortunately in a negative way, right? So we said divorce is a big issue, okay, but it's not the only one. And this is important to point out, but also affects women who pass a certain age, usually mid 30s. Okay. So usually, for example, the woman can't get work, can't is not accepted in society like before, doesn't have the opportunities, doesn't have the comfort, doesn't have the lifestyle as before, without getting married. Okay, so marriage is kind of stress. We didn't talk about that in Egypt, right? It's a kind of stress for people after 35. They have to get married. Okay, the number of unmarried women and men is likely to increase according to the official statistics, with the difficult social and economic conditions. Okay, so the number of unmarried women and men is likely to increase with the difficult social and income conditions. So there, on one part in society, there's a stress for the woman to get married after 35, and not only that, in society, the woman, you know, has a lot of stress from work and everything else that also adds up to it. But also you have that, you know, you have that on one part, right? Another part of defaming is that women are not are stressed to get married at the same time because of the hard lifestyle. At the same time, if they're single, they are not famous or they're not well known for marriage. Okay, so you have that also, right? So you have on one part women who are single, they usually, okay, in general terms, sometimes, you know, sometimes you find that they do get married, right? Either traditional sense or in work or in society, right? For different reasons. Sometimes no, it's opposite. The women um, are not approached for marriage, okay, after 35. And not only that, they don't get married, okay, usually that easily. Now, this is not in all cases, as we said. Some families and societies in Egypt are very different, so that's not the case, okay. And so this is really important also, okay. um, the number of unmarried women and men is likely to increase according to the official statistics with the difficult social and economic conditions, okay. So obviously you can see that not only divorce is an issue, that keep that in mind, because that also affects the divorce and family problems in Egypt, but also unmarried women. So after the age of 35, 40, 45, the difficult social and economic conditions are, are there, okay? And that adds up to it. Okay, great. I think someone came in. Okay. So, um, keep these in mind for Egypt. You see, Egypt is very different than other places in the world. At the same time, there are many similarities. Difference here, obviously, is that women are much weaker in law. Other places, so and the law is not with the women. So the law is not with women, and also, as you know, in Egypt, the culture, the law is one thing, and culture, family demands, society, and also how it goes by is another thing. And we talked about it before. We'll talk about it more next time. Okay. Yes. So thank you for today. I apologize for the internet problem. Nuran and Ismat were here with me on the phone. Okay. So thank you for being there and your patience. And next time we'll talk more about divorce in the world and also in Egypt. Okay. Have a great day. Bye.